In this video, we're going to be taking a slightly more in-depth look at the fan curve in Kaffelogic Studio. Over onto our second tab, labeled Fan Profile Curve, we can find our fan speed settings and our curve. Starting with how to manipulate the fan curve, the easiest way to manipulate the curve is by utilizing the click and drag style of editing. We can move these points around to make general shapes for what we're after. We can also use these handles to adjust the radiuses of the curve to smooth everything out. Once we have our points where we want them, we can go into the Draw menu and we can click on Smooth Point. Or we can click on Smooth All to smooth the entire curve. It'll more or less remove all of those little bumps in your profile if you would like that. If you're looking for more fine adjustment, you can use these blocks at the bottom left corner. Start off by clicking on a point that you want to edit. And then we'll go into time and RPM until it's exactly where we want it. Bear in mind that the speed listed at the bottom is actually times 10. So although this says 1408, it's actually 14,080. So let's say, for example, for this point, we actually wanted it 14,200. And I'm going to move it to exactly 5 minutes. And then we can still come in and we can adjust it. All right, let's have a look at some more advanced tools relating to the fan curve. An easy one that makes a big change is the Transform Profile tool. This allows you to shift your curve upwards, downwards, forwards, or backwards. Just like the profile curve, if we use time, it's going to shift it forwards with a positive number, or backwards with a negative number. And the same goes for RPM, but up and down. So positive number is going to raise it up, and a negative number is going to drop it down. We also have a nifty tool that lets you merge profiles with each other. This is the Merge Profile tool. Open it up and select another profile that you would like to merge with your current one. Click Merge, and then you have the option to select specific elements to merge with your current profile. You can use this if you want to try another fan profile curve on your current temperature curve, or another temperature curve on your fan curve. Whatever we want to shift over, all we do is just tick and hit merge. We do also have a few tips and tricks for the fan curve. If you're wanting to try some variations with the fan profile and you want to start with a broader exploration, you can delete all but 3 points and move them into different shapes to try different styles of air movement. Something that's very important to keep in mind when adjusting and playing around with the fan speed is that the fan speed is doing two very important jobs. It moves our coffee around, making sure that we roast it evenly, as well as it allows the heat energy to transfer into the coffee from the heated air. If our fan speed is too low, then our coffee won't move enough and the bottom part of the bean mass will start to over roast while the top part remains under roasted, as no heat is getting to it. We also need to be careful of having too high a fan speed, as if our coffee is moving too fast, the airspeed is also escaping quicker than the energy can move into the coffee, so we end up with underdeveloped roasts. A great tool to help you with this is the Fan Preview tool on the roaster. This puts the roaster's fan on, keeping the element off so that you can observe the flow of coffee before you start roasting. Just load your coffee into your roaster, load the profile that you're wanting to test out, pop your chaff collector on, press the menu button, and when you see fan preview, press start and the fan will turn on. We're looking for a slow rotation in the middle of the mass. Don't be alarmed if yours looks slightly different. Different bean densities and screen sizes will move differently in the chamber. As long as yours looks more or less along the same as mine, you're fine. But if you ever have any doubts or any questions, please feel free to reach out to our support team. They're always happy to help make sure that your roasters are calibrated and that you're getting the best experience possible. If you have a boost kit, you can change the batch size by pressing plus or minus until the flow looks similar. You can just ignore the numbers on the front. If you don't have the boost kit, then you can either go back into Studio and transform the fan profile up or down. I'd recommend starting with either plus or minus 10 RPM, which equates to 100 RPM, or you can increase or decrease your batch size until you get the right flow. We've uploaded a few tutorials already so that you can get to know your roaster better and level up your home roasting. There are even more on the way, and until then, happy roasting.